Hello and welcome to Two Trees Gaming. Games Workshop have just unveiled another new model for the next edition of the Middle-earth strategy battle game. We're going to take a look at it and make some predictions, but also have a stab in the dark at some just wild guesses. Let's go. At the time of recording, we are 58 days out from the release of The War of the Rohirrim in cinemas, and I cannot wait to see it. But more importantly, that means we're 58 days or less from the release of the new edition of the Middle-earth strategy battle game. Games Workshop have been drip feeding us models for a little while now, and their latest is stunning. It's Freca, Lord of Westmarch. He is such a cool model. Nice, chunky, stoic leader along the lines of Fall on the Fat. The design team have done a great job once again of taking the anime character and bringing him into line with the current range. The detail on all of the new models is just incredible. Look at the expression on his face. The Perry brothers, who are just legends of sculpting, made some of the original sculpts for the 2001 Fellowship of the Ring release, and they're iconic. But I don't think this level of sculpting was possible then, not due to their ability, but just due to tooling. But what we're getting now are just incredible sculpts. I don't know if it's just me, but his golden armour reminds me of the Haradrim style. We know there's a Mumuk in the new film. I wonder if there might be something in that. In terms of his rules, we know a lot's going to be changing, so it's all up in the air. But Games Workshop have a history of giving heftier models more wounds or higher defence. So I'm going to stick my neck out on the line here and say that even though he's floored by a single punch, he's going to have 3 wounds. And then maybe Helm might have Mighty Blow or the ability to deal D3 wounds to keep it thematic. They show 2 of his special rules in the Warhammer community article. Dunlanding Heritage grants Dunland warriors within 6 inches of him +1 fight value. Claim the Throne is an interesting one. If an enemy general is killed within 6 inches of Freca, all friendly Dunland models within 6 inches of him will treat him as a banner for the rest of the game. As someone in our Patreon Discord put it, if the enemy general dies within 6 inches of Freca, those 2 rules are going to combine to give him the banner of Minas Tirith. But there's a few things going on here. First, we're getting new keywords. General is in bold, which means it's a keyword. It also references the enemy general in the special rule, so I wouldn't expect to see more than 1 general in a force. If I'm honest, I think this is for the sake of administration. It's probably going to be easier for them to identify leaders in scenarios or in the rules. But we know that army building is changing, and maybe there will be models with the general keyword. And maybe that's going to give them bonuses, like how Heroes of Legends Standfast automatically goes off on the first turn an army breaks. Could be something like that. The +1 fight value to Dunland warriors is also interesting. Until I see it, I'm going to assume that Huskars and the like aren't going to be in the War of the Rohirrim era Dunland army, but we know we're getting new Wildmen. And a whole bunch of Fight 4 Wildmen would be insanely powerful. We don't know this guy's points, so he could be pricey, or I think with the confirmed spreading of fight values, Wildmen may drop to the equivalent of fight value 2, or more likely stay at fight value 3, and then Rohirrim and standard infantry become fight value 4. I think that also makes sense for the new starter set as well. It means you'll have different fight values facing off against each other, which is going to help you learn the game and not let the game get bogged down in roll off after roll off who's won which combat. His pose and rules to me suggest he wants to be at the back of the army leading troops, but I love the risk reward nature of him needing to be within 6 inches for his rules to go off. I also love the idea of more lead from the back type generals. Maybe like Saruman, Galadriel, Denethor. You could have a rule where you pick a friendly model within 12 inches and they count as a banner, and then you could effectively move your banner around every turn. You could have it where they're with me as 12 inches, so then they don't need to be on the front line to make the most of their heroic moves. Or, I'm guessing that intelligence is going to have something to do with roll-offs, so maybe if you've got a higher intelligence, you win a heroic move roll-off on a 3+ instead of a 4+. Hopefully that'll make that kind of general more viable or more interesting or more exciting, but honestly, I'm just guessing. It's a whole new edition, anything could happen. The last thing to note is that he's referred to as a Lord of Rohan. I've done a little outside reading, but I don't want to spoil the film for myself or anybody else. But if we do go down this legendary Legion army building route, there's a chance that he could lead Rohirrim or Dunland or both. maybe Wolf gets the pure Dunland Legendary Legion army list, and Freca gets a mix. He could have the like dirty Rohan that are kind of ready to betray Helm, that follow Freca loyally. I don't know, I'm just theorising, and if you've missed our previous news/theory videos, check out the Battle for Edoras starter set and the reveal of Helm Hammerhand, Wraith of the Hornborg. Such a cool model, very much unexpected. Thank you so much for watching. Please go check out Baron of Dice. They've sent us some free dice, so it really does mean a lot to us. If you can go and support them, it would go a long way. And consider signing up for the Patreon. We've got a great Discord going, and we're making more Patreon-only content with the new edition. We're just trying to get out all the previously filmed stuff first. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. Cannot wait for the War of the Rohirrim and the next edition of the Middle-earth strategy battle game.